went on a date with this guy from a dating app. He asked me to take pictures of him. Like, he asked me to do, like, a photo shoot of him.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with that, though? Just taking pictures.
Yeah, but it's like, if you're doing that for the whole date, then that's
Oh, that was the whole date?
He didn't ask me, like, one question about myself. Like,
the whole date is just
taking...
That wasn't a date. That guy was looking for a photographer.
So here's a good one. I meet a guy online. We go on our first date. He is funny, charming, great first date. We continue texting. He sends me a message. Hey, you're a nurse. I cut my finger while doing some dishes, and then sends me a picture of his wrapped up finger. This should have been a red flag off the bat, but I ignored all the signs. Let me show you this picture.
It sounds like she was desperate, which is why she ignored the red flags.
Fast forward a couple days, he invites me over to his house to watch football. I accept the offer. Go over to his house, pull in the driveway, something seems off. He has no lights on whatsoever. Go up to the door, knock, he answers. Walk in. As soon as I walk in, this smell hits me right in the face.
She knew something was off, but I didn't stop her from going in. Why even put yourself in that position?
It is pitch black in there. There is a light on in the hallway. Can't really see anything. And he says to me, hey, just be careful where you step. I am able to see from the hallway light that the entire floor is covered in dog poop. Literal landmines everywhere.
Bruh. As bad as it was, she still didn't want to leave.
Why I didn't just turn around and run out the door, I have no idea. Apparently, I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Or you just wanted to get your back blown out still.
Instead of watching football in the living room, he brings me to his bedroom. This bedroom is tiny. So in this tiny bedroom is me, him, and his dog. I am super uncomfortable at this point. But of course, I can't help but to ask why there's dog poop everywhere.
That doesn't sound like someone who wanted to leave.
He tells me his roommate has a dog and he's tired of cleaning up. But there is no roommate. I get home and he has the audacity to text me asking why I left so abruptly.
I have been really trying to be more judicious in the guys that I date.
Translation, I may be older, but I'm only going for chat. I refuse to settle.
And so I went on a date. He invited me to lunch. I walk in and he was tall, he was dark, he was handsome.
There it is. He had to be tall and handsome.
He was waiting for me at the hostess stand. I thought that was really polite. And we sat down and we had a conversation and he asked me out for a second date. I was actually really excited because I thought to myself, very rarely am I pleasantly surprised on the first date. The second date comes along and he does something completely unexpected.
What?
And he asks to pick me up, which I haven't had somebody even offer to pick me up in God only knows how long. He actually came to the front door, rang the doorbell.
Things were going well, so looks like she may have gotten herself a good man.
I open up the door and he's standing there with a box of golf balls.
Are you serious?
And I was like, this man actually sees me. He's taking the time to listen to me about my thoughts, my interests. I'm like, maybe things are going to work out differently this time.
So far, so good. Let's hope it does, guys.
And he brings me home and he kisses me goodnight. And that was really great. And he says, you know, can I see you again?
But wait, there's more.
So we schedule a third date. Thursday comes along and I kind of have this weird feeling. And 6 o'clock rolls around and I hadn't heard from him.
No!
Sounds like she's about to get ghosted.
And I was like, wow, he ghosted me. I reached out and said, I assume that our date isn't going to be happening tonight, which is fine, but it would have been nice to know that you weren't going to show up because I could have made other plans. He writes me back and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. My apologies. Like no mention of making it up to me, no mention of like rescheduling, nothing.
My guess is he probably met somebody else.
A couple days later, and he ends up calling me. He said, I would like to go out with you again, but you know, you think about it and let me know. And I was inclined to actually give him another chance. But then I thought about one thing. If he forgets about my date, then like he hasn't thought about me for one single second.
She seems like a decent lady, so I hope she finds what she's looking for.
Do you guys ever approach guys at all?
That's how I got my boyfriend.
What did you say?
Nothing. I just added him on Snapchat. If I did, yeah, though it's easy. I feel like 80% of the time if you were to approach a guy, you would be more likely to have like a better turnout than if a guy was approaching a girl. Which is very unfortunate, but I think that women need to do it more often.
It's the craziest thing your ex has done to try to get back with you.
Had me piss in their mouth.
Told me she was pregnant. Shot a gun through my window.
And that bitch gave me herpes twice.